Ladies and gentlemen, this is Just Plain Living, and I'm John Gray.
And I'm Peggy Burton. Good morning.
And I'm Jim Fuller.
It's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you.
You came out in the rain or the whatever's out there.
Peggy, I would always get out in the rain to come and see
Would you do that?
Absolutely.
Come be with you.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's good to be here.
Hey, you had a something special you did this weekend.
We did.
At McMinnville. They've redone their
McMinnville,
theater up there.
They have redone their old theater, and it's absolutely beautiful. Bright red and neon lights, and I hadn't been to McMinnville in a while in the daylight. And
You sneak in there at night, huh?
But anyway, no, really, I'm so impressed with what's happened in McMinnville. And I'll tell you, the beauty of it is the fact that the city, the people in that area voted to do this $2 million renovation on that theater, and there's nothing cheap about it. I mean, the acoustics are impeccable. Our band played, and they had a festival all during the day. It's just really beautiful. If you haven't been to the Park Theater in McMinnville, you need to go. They're online. They have a web page, and they have a Facebook page.
That's going to become their sort of like their
It's
performance
their performing
center.
arts center, I think so.
Well, that's
Well, that's
pretty
great.
ambitious project, $2 million for.
It was huge because I'd say the wiring, everything nothing is old. It's all new, but it's still the ambiance of the old theater with neon lights. I love that.
Well, you know, they did that in downtown Franklin. They took the old Franklin Theater and spent a whole lot more than that.
Well, they might have spent more than that. Somehow the figure $2 million came to my
Well,
head.
but you know, it might not have been in as bad shape as the Franklin Theater was.
I thought it was interesting why they asked us. We were so pleased the South Jackson Street Band to be asked to open it. Part of it is because we've been to McMinnville before, but back in the old days, it was opened by Francis Craig's orchestra, and he was the guy that wrote Near You, if you're old enough to remember that. And
Of course we remember that.
Dinah Shore was the singer. And so we were quite honored to be put in that position.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Was there some dancing going on?
There was some dancing, and that's where Cindy and Jacob came in.
Oh,
They were
okay.
there dancing along with Michelle and her husband and a lot of other people. It was a great audience.
Good, that's good.
Jim Zidane, who is a genius, I think, was speaking and everything, had brought in some questions about old movies and you know, things that people said in movies.
He was prepared.
He was prepared. He and I worked that out on the way up. We spent a lot of time before, but on the way up, we worked it out. So, you know,
Well, that's great.
Certain quotes that people make, because it was a movie theater. Such as, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, you know, everybody got that. But there was a few that took a few minutes for them to get.
Right,
but they kind of liked that. Anyway, we had fun.
Well, outstanding. Sounds like you had a great
And, you know, I'm
weekend.
still alive. As old as I am, I'm still standing.
What about you, Mr. Fuller?
You know, nothing to compare with that. You
Oh,
know,
my
I'm
goodness.
out. You know, John
Showbiz.
drew the great assignment here in Tullahoma this past weekend because, and I say John drew the assignment. John makes the assignments.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so he went to the Grape and Grain Festival, the
Right.
first annual Grape and Grain Festival. So how was that?
It was really nice. That's a festival that the Kiwanis Club had out at the Wagner Park, and what it was they've done this in Nashville for several years on the bridge up there, the walking bridge,
which is
but
nice.
but there were about 20 breweries from local to Nashville to Huntsville who were up there with their products, and then there were, I think, 3 or 4 local wineries like Beans Creek and the one up on the mountain, and what you did is you paid $35,
And you got to taste everything.
and you got a little specialty mug that had a lanyard. It was hooked to a lanyard,
hang around your neck.
so you could hang it around your neck, and you could go and try the pale ale, or there was one of them called Straight to Ale. Which I thought was a pretty cool name, you know. And I was asking somebody, I said, well, where's your next stop? And he said, oh, I'm going straight to Ale. And so they
That's cute.
they even had little places where you could rent your mug out where
Yeah.
you didn't want to contaminate from
and
one
have the same
one to the next.
two things mixed.
You know, it was kind of
Did they have food?
overcast.
Did they have
there were
food?
there were a
Had
couple
vendors?
of the Bricken girl was there,
Oh,
and they had jambalaya
Good.
and some Cajun food, and then there was Shenanigans had a truck there. I think that because of the threat, it was really supposed to be raining bad.
I know.
And I don't think as many people, as far as the vendors are concerned, came. But when I was there, and I went over about 3 o'clock. It was from 11 till 5, and there was probably 100 people there.
Well, it's probably like anything else. If they want to continue this, it takes about 3 years to grow
Right.
an audience from something that's new, and this is the first time they've tried it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. You know, everybody was going around. They were testing this and tasting that, and of course our buddies from Old Shed were over there. That's the Tullahoma Brewery, and everybody was just having a good time, and you know, there wasn't anybody out of the way or anything like that. People were just sampling this and saying, "Oh, have you tried this one and tried that one? And
That was
let's go over here and get something to eat and see how this beer tastes with that." And I thought it came off quite well.
I thought it was pretty cool when they were on Living a couple of weeks ago that they said, you know, if you happen to be a designated driver, come on out, you get in free.
Yeah.
Get in
Get in
free.
free.
You know, I wouldn't have actually
that's a
thought
good
about
idea,
that,
yeah.
but you know,
I thought about that.
Well, I mean, why couldn't you? Because you're not going to be drinking anything.
that's true.
They're not going to be. They're not going to cost them
Not
anything.
gonna cost you anything.
So
You know, it's pretty. You know, a lot of that was a Kiwanis Club,
Right,
I mean,
and they're
it was
very
not-
active.
Yeah, they are, and a lot of the young people. It's nice to see them stepping up and doing new
Kiwanis
and
Club
interesting
does,
things. You know, so.
isn't it the Kiwanis Club that does the glasses and the hearing aids, or do I have that wrong?
that's the Lions
Is
Club.
that the Lions
Lions
Club?
Club, yes.
But anyway, the Kiwanis Club does something wonderful.
Well, most all of their stuff goes toward youth.
Yeah. All the clubs do something
Right,
wonderful.
right,
People that
right,
take
they
the
do.
time to belong to those service clubs, they're real important.
And the thing about it is as you'll see in the interview and the video I show, you know, a lot of the same people. I saw John McCord out there, and I said, "Yeah, here you are. You volunteer for all the good stuff,
He
don't
does.
you?"
He does.
And
He
he
does.
said, "Well, why not? You know, well, I volunteered for the bad stuff." And,
I think
you know,
John McCord has done that all his life.
But the thing about it is, there's a bunch of young people out there
That are willing.
creating fun for everybody, and they're having fun doing it.
Sure.
Exactly.
And like you say, it's making money for a good cause somewhere. We don't know exactly which one it is, but it's a good
But
cause.
it's a good cause.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was fun. It really was, and it was a good time. And then I went also to the police memorial last Thursday.
I went to that, and
that was
I
very
was so
good.
impressed with her. And I thought it was nice that our new Mr. Young, the newest policeman, got to bring the wreath and place it
Right,
there. I
right.
like that.
Yeah, so they did a
That was
good
very
job,
impressive.
and we'll have some of that on the show later on as well.
You know, I got the chance to go to the concert at the high school out, or rather in Fraser McEwen Park. It was the band's spring pop concert, I believe they called it, and that was pretty nice. The jazz band.
I know that it
playing
was wonderful, and I wanted to
know,
go,
so-
and I had 2 other commitments, and I couldn't work in the third thing.
Well, you know, there's just always a lot of stuff going on around
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And it's,
I'm
Did you
so proud
did
of
you
our
video
band.
some of that?
yes, I did. Yes.
You're not going to share?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, good.
And Philip has it actually, and so
so we'll get to see some of that.
yeah, we'll get to see some of that. You know, I hadn't.
You know, one of those high school band players plays with South Jackson Street Band.
that plays in the jazz band.
Well, I guess she's in the jazz band, but
okay.
she's just a product of your
Of the system.
son-in-law, of the
Right,
system.
right.
A product of the system.
Speaking of my son-in-law, and I told you guys this just a moment ago, with Greg English, who has been the director of the band for the last several years, he's moving into administration, so that was his last concert.
That's a big move.
And I didn't really realize it at the time, you know, when I was out
Yeah.
there videoing it. So, you know, it was kind of a big secret, I guess. Until,
Yeah.
until
Well,
that
you
was
didn't.
over.
You got some video of him anyway.
I
didn't
think
you?
I think he made the clip. I'm not sure. You know, yeah, I think he made the clip for
Brady's
just
done a phenomenal
just a moment.
job.
Had I known, I would have done more. You know, but
I mean, his students
there were
have
a
been
lot.
honored in a lot of ways.
yeah, it was kind of a neat
I'm
thing.
really proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So how do the girls like that?
Well, Abigail is not very happy about it. She's the oldest because she's in the band, and she's 13. And Isabella, who is 9, doesn't really care because she's not in the band. It doesn't affect her. So, you know. But Brody, however, who is the youngest, he has an imaginary dad that he talks to a lot, and an imaginary Gramps that he talks to a lot, because Greg and I are hardly, neither one hardly
never
there,
home.
and they're never
So
around.
He's invented you.
So I think that you know, Greg's excited that he's going to be able to maybe deal with that situation. You know,
Well, and I would think that although his duties will be many as a principal, a vice principal, I don't think he'll be out of town.
Oh no!
And away at night and stuff like that, like you are when you're a band person.
Exactly, and
because they're going all the time.
They're going all the time, and it's
absolutely.
really hard for a young father to keep up with his own children.
Exactly.
You know, and speaking about band people, we're fortunate today that we've got the blues doctor here, Mr. Travis Boland's here, and he's we're going to talk to him about his trip to California to the NAMM
great.
show, and all of the contacts that he made, and some of the bright things that are happening in his life, and about radio stations that he's been to visit, and what it's like to be an aspiring young musician out there clawing your way toward recognition.
Yeah. I know, it's tough.
It's a tough deal, and
But
Travis is doing it.
Travis is the real deal. So.
Oh yeah, he's doing a really great job, and he's got his priorities in the right place, and he's headed that way.
I think it's very appropriate that he's here today, and we just lost B.B. King, which is a great loss to the music world and the jazz world. So
well, he was just a genius.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
And he was in his late 80s, was he not?
Yeah, 88, I believe.
Yeah,
He was 88.
He was amazing.
And apparently performed up
Still performing.
recently. Yeah, unbelievable.
You know, and he to that genre of music is sort of like Chet Atkins was in Nashville. You know, BB had a few people to learn from, but he's the one that created a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he had his own sound.
He had his own style and his
a lot
own
of young
sound,
people
and
tried to copy him.
That's true.
And he influenced the world of jazz.
Yes.
He did.
And with
I
that
miss him
said,
already.
Julia's given us the X, and that means it's time to take a quick commercial break. Don't you go away. We have a lot of fun and interesting things happening today, so we'll be right back after these messages.
Are you tired of getting those letters in the mail being turned down for that new car due to bankruptcy, medical expenses, or divorce? Then look no further than Russell Barnett Kia. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we are your bank. Dial 931-455-6066 or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, we are the bank and we can help you. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to have joining us on the set now Dan Markham, my friend Dan Markham, who is here today to talk to us about a new program that he's starting here, which I find before we even tell you about it, I find it quite amazing because my friend Dan Markham has been retiring for the last 10 years at least. But every time we turn around, there's something new coming out that Dan's involved in. But this is a really neat program.
Well, there seems to be success in life, but there's also you can fail in retirement. And failing in retirement seems to be what we're being good at right now. But thanks for the opportunity to come and share this idea. I'd like to start by, we have a video I think that best describes what this is about, but it's all about entrepreneurship and everything you need to know to start a company.
Okay.
Can we see the video?
We hear the same questions from entrepreneurs all the time. I have an idea for a business, but I don't know what to do. Where do I start? What do I do next? The process of turning that idea into a viable business can feel intimidating. How do you know if there's a market, if there are customers out there for what you're creating? What do you need to do before you spend the time and the money pursuing that idea? How do you build a foundation for something that's going to be successful? And that's what made us really excited about CoStarters. It offers answers. CoStarters is fundamentally an education program for entrepreneurs, but it's different. It's approachable, it's creative, it's action-driven. There are no lectures, we're not memorizing jargon. We're shaping our ideas and testing them. We're meeting with and learning from local experts and speakers. We're talking to customers, we're getting feedback, we're learning by doing. Over 9 weeks, we'll cover all the business basics, from customer development to financial modeling and branding. But more than that, we're working on your business. We're arming you to set that business up for success.
CoStarters has helped me tremendously. Everything from understanding who my customer is, from coming up with financial models to ensure that I do make money on the business, to really formulating a business plan. So when I do launch officially, I know exactly who I should be targeting and what I should be doing to make the business a success.
It was nice for me to be able to think, this is what I want to do in the long term, but here's what I can do right now and keep filling in those gaps to make sure that I get to that point.
The kinds of entrepreneurs that join CoStarters are widely varied, from graphic designers to freelance consultants to folks who want to open a storefront selling their goods. But they tend to have a couple things in common. They're creative, they're community-minded, and they don't feel drawn to more traditional kinds of business education. CoStarters appeals to people who want to collaborate and who want to build a community and they want to get their hands dirty starting their business. And the curriculum serves those people really well.
CoStarters is absolutely worth the time and money. It is priceless to sit down with other entrepreneurs for a 9-week period, 3 hours a week, and really focus on the growth of your business and receive feedback from your peers.
The first week at CoStarters really hit me hard. The first week is all about who are you, what are your constraints, and what are you looking to get out of a business. And that's when I realized how much time I actually have to allocate towards my idea, and realized that it would have to change.
If you're excited about building your own business, but you're wondering how to start, what to do next, and how to give yourself the best chance for success, CoStarters can really help. We hope you'll join us.
That kind of gives us an overview of this, and this sounds like a very exciting program here, Dan.
Well, you know, this is not something that we have invented. This is not something that we are specifically doing. We're bringing this program to Tullahoma. We've got a grant from the state to provide certain entrepreneurial services and to help that happen in this 13-county area. The 13-county area that we serve starts from the east in Franklin and Coffee County and goes to the west of Wayne and Perry County, which is almost to the river. So it's a large area, but this is our first opportunity we've had to bring CoStarters to this area, and it's a very enlightening program.
You know, from watching that video, it sort of seems like that if you've got an idea, there's a chance that this can be developed. Then you're going to learn all the things you need to know that you might perhaps make mistakes doing if you didn't get this.
It's amazing how much people already know. There's an instinctive intent to get things done and do it correctly. But one of the biggest problems is entrepreneurs. What defines an entrepreneur? Somebody who has an idea, one, but number two, steps forward, moves on that idea. And so many people don't move forward just because they're afraid of making a mistake. This takes a lot of the doubt out of the area. And you're in there with a cohort of 10 10 to 12 other people, and you're sharing that the similar common problems. You get to understand yourself, you get to understand your business model and how to make that successful. And the other thing, our history has been manufacturing, Microcraft and other high-tech companies. Well, this can involve artists, creative folks, and music, any kind of business that you want to start. So what we call lifestyle companies. And there's probably 100 lifestyle companies that start for every one large manufacturing firm. And those are vibrant to the community.
You mentioned your career, and it involved high-tech kind of manufacturing. But do you see similarities in that when you look? Because I know you spend a lot of time trying to help other people.
Well, there are similarities, and a lot of people say, I know what the customer needs, without going out and finding and inquiring what the customer says they need. And so a lot of companies fail simply because it takes too long for them to modify that thinking to really putting themselves in the customer's value proposition. So yes, there's a lot of commonalities. Many times it's scale, but the principles of good business are doing what's right, getting to understand yourself, getting to understand your customer, knowing what those values are, but knowing how to price your product, knowing what the competition looks like, being able to get the right kind of financing, and the community will do this. It's not us doing it. We're facilitating the process, and we're hosting it here in this facility.
Okay, and this of course is the Markham Center down on Wilson Avenue in Tullahoma. You also mentioned, I think, in the material that I saw that you kind of want the community to be a part of this thing. For instance, mentoring can be helpful. You know,
it takes a village sometimes to raise a child. It certainly did with our children, and they're better people because of the community that surrounds them. And just like the cohorts that will be in there with them, or the other individuals, that you learn from sharing the similar kind of problems and similar types of goals. So yes, we'll facilitate it, but it will be done by folks who've been there and done that before. So we have mentors, and mentors are key. These are experts who have know how to raise money, know how to sell things, know how to give you whatever kind of help that you might need. And facilitators and bankers and community leaders will all be involved in this. We'll play somewhat of a subordinate role just by facilitating it, but for the most part, this will be a community activity.
How big will the group be, the initial group that you? We'd
like to have between 8 and 12 new companies in the 9-week program, and by and then what happens after that 9 weeks is yet to be seen as to where they go after that.
Yeah. Okay. But it sounds to me like this is going to give you information that might take you years to attain, that you're going to concentrate and provide to these.
We're going to take about 3 hours a week of somebody's life for 9 weeks, and we will help them move forward. And I've met a lot of folks my age. I've never met anybody that tried it and failed. I've met a lot of folks that said, I wish when I was younger I would have tried something like this. So we are most anxious to look forward to this.
As you were coming along, and I know you and Fran grew Microcraft immensely over the years. Did you find that you made some mistakes that you would look back and?
Yeah, I can probably name them all. We talk about the top 10 mistakes, and I think we made all of those 10 at one time. But we had a phenomenal team of people, and the team building and goes a long way for helping build that.
One quick question on a personal note: you mentioned you wanted to retire. I don't see you retiring, but I do see you and Fran, and a lot of people don't know this, but you guys have done so much giving back to the community, reaching out, trying to help other people to be successful in whatever they're doing. I mean, what motivates you to do that kind of thing?
Oh, it's very rewarding. You know, what goes around comes around. If you're nice to people, people are nice to you. If you help them, they generally help back. And we have children now that are, you know, in rural Tennessee, and they're trying to be successful, and people are helping them just like we helped those folks.
Okay. By the way, to get involved in this program, what steps do you need to take?
Just give a call to Cammie, who's the administrative assistant for the program, and she can be reached at 455-0155.
Okay, all right.
Or come by on Wilson Avenue, the facility.
Or co-starters. CoStarters.com.
CoStarters.com.
Okay, all right. Dan, thank you so much. It's always a
thank
pleasure
you.
to see you.
Good to see you again.
Folks, we'll be right back in just a moment with more living right after this.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. We have a guest from Manchester today, Miss Virginia Kevanimi.
Yes, very
You're
good.
surprised, aren't you? You
Yes,
thought I'd forget
I am.
that. She is the youth director, or say the whole title.
Youth Services Specialist.
Youth Services Specialist, which means you work with youth, I assume.
I do.
And that's the Coffee County Manchester Library. And what a great position to be in, because you get to be around young people.
It is lots of fun
Tell
and
me a little
so
bit about
rewarding.
tell me what you do. I mean, actually, during the day.
Well, we have story hour on Wednesday mornings.
Okay.
And I have the best group of kids that come in for story hour. That is so much fun, reading and playing with the kids.
And how wonderful that something live is going on.
Yes. And watching the parents interact with the kids,
Yeah.
it's great. One of my main responsibilities is planning the summer reading program, though.
And when does that start?
June the 1st, coming up in less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks. And so have you sort of got it scoped out?
Yes. We have Wednesday programs lined up where we'll have jugglers and
great.
magicians and puppets
What
and
fun.
animals, and every Wednesday morning at 10.
And sort of what age group comes in there?
It's for the whole family.
Okay.
But elementary age.
Elementary age.
Is what will
I'm so glad
participate
that
most of
reading is being encouraged, and I love the feel of a book. I know we have a lot of technology, but I personally like to hold a book in my hand.
We have more, though.
I know you do.
Okay. On Monday nights at 7, we have bedtime story hour.
Fun.
On Tuesdays, for 9 to 12-year-olds, we'll have tween scene. On Thursday mornings, we'll have preschool story hour during the summer. And the reading program itself is for ages birth through 18.
Wow.
And we have lots of
So
prizes
when you
to
have
give
the
away.
reading program, is that just to help people read better? Do you have people that actually can't read, or
It is
it's all
just
about
to
encourage
the
reading?
kids to read during the summer and not lose reading skills.
Yeah.
If they don't read during the summer, they do
They
lose.
do lose. It's like anything else. It's a practiced art. Just like playing the piano, you have to
That's
practice.
exactly. And we will have, for every 10 books that the little ones read, or 10 chapters that the older ones read, we'll have a small prize to give them.
That's nice.
And we will also have window prizes, that's what we call them. Every time they come to the library, they'll get to enter for the bigger prizes.
And so then the bigger prizes will come at the end of
the program. We will give some away each week, but the main big prizes, we have a Kindle we're giving away.
Oh, that's nice.
A $25 Walmart card, tickets to Dollywood, tickets to the aquarium, Wonderworks and Pigeon Forge, lots and lots of prizes.
Those are wonderful prizes.
We will give away at the end of the program.
That'll entice a child.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And it's lots of fun.
And it's good for parents to have a place that's educational to take their child, where they're going to have fun.
Yes.
And they're going to actually learn something at the same time.
Yes.
Now, is this something you all have been doing every summer?
It is. My children are 29 and 31. And they participated when they were little.
Did they?
So
and they
it's been going on. Yes, it's been going on a long time.
And for people that don't know where the Coffee County Library is, let's give them an address if you have it.
We're right next to Jiffy Burger in Manchester. Easy to find.
Easy to find. Okay.
Everyone knows where Jiffy Burger is.
Is Jiffy Burger on Highway 41? Or
it is.
Okay.
It is.
All right. So we're in Tullahoma. So I'm just thinking about if you want to go to the Manchester Library, you go down there and turn right, I think, when you get to Manchester on off of Highway 55.
Yes.
And there's a web page, so I think anytime you want to know the exact times and what's going on during the day, just go to the coffeecountylibrary.org.
Yes.
I think that's the best. And you're also on Facebook.
On Facebook.
It just says Coffee County Library, probably. Or
it will
is it
say
something?
Coffee County Manchester.
Manchester. I've got to remember that. This one says Coffee County, but it doesn't have Manchester. Is it Manchester in the website?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Just so we get that straight.
Yes.
Because we have a great library over here. The important thing for any town is to have a nice library.
And they will have a summer reading program also.
Yes, they will. And I'm really impressed about all of that. So how long have you personally been working at this job?
Almost 10 years.
10 years? And were you, when you came in to do it, did you have your own ideas as to what to do, or did you have some guidance from somewhere?
I took what had been going on and have slowly been building on that. And changing it a little bit because times change. It's been a fantastic program all along.
That's great.
It just needs change.
It's wonderful
over the
to
years.
walk into a program that's been in, in existence and add to it so that you don't have to create everything.
That's right.
And do you find that sometimes the children sort of give you ideas on what would be fun to do?
They do, and the parents do, because so many of the parents were part of the reading program when they were young. So they tell me what they
tell
like.
a few things that they like and keeps the program going.
Yes.
Okay, let's remember June what?
June the 1st.
June the 1st.
Through July the 10th.
Through July the 10th. And I would certainly encourage everybody to show up at the Coffee County Manchester Library.
That's right. Thank
Virginia,
you.
it's so great to meet you. Thanks
Great
for coming
to meet
on
you.
here
Thank
and
you
telling
for
us about what
having
you
me.
do. That's wonderful. We'll be back with whatever they have in store.
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away, and choosing the right seat for your little one's age and size will take you down the road to safer travels.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
Of the officers of the Tullahoma Police Department, I'd like to welcome you to the 2015 Officer Memorial Ceremony. By proclamation of President John F. Kennedy in 1962, in a joint resolution to Congress, May 15th of each year was designated as Police Memorial Day, and the week that it falls in as Police Memorial Week. Therefore, this week is recognized as Police Memorial Week. In 2014, 127 police officers were killed in the line of duty. That represents one police officer, law enforcement officer, every 58 hours. So Just think about that, and that's nationwide. Of those 127 killed last year, 5 were law enforcement officers in the state of Tennessee. Statistics have been kept since 1791 concerning law enforcement officers that have died in the line of duty. Since that time, over 20,000 law enforcement officers have given the ultimate sacrifice for their community. Of that 20,000, 542 are Tennessee law enforcement officers. And we're here today because Tullahoma has not been left untouched by these tragic deaths. And we're here today to recognize 5 officers as well as 1 county officer that have died in the line of duty.
Will you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'd like to introduce Fran Gray. As I said, South Jackson Civic Center has been very helpful in allowing us to do it. So at this point, I'd like to ask Fran. She's going to sing a song for us, but I think she also has a little poem that she'd like to read.
It's good to be with all of you today. And let me tell you, it's been an honor to have the police memorial marker here. It not only does it enhance this pride of Tullahoma here, but it means so much to us.
I'd like to introduce Lane Curley, Mayor of Tullahoma.
We do appreciate very much having this opportunity to pay tribute to the men who gave their lives in service to the people of Tullahoma and Coffee County. It is appropriate we pause and pay tribute to these men who simply went to work one day and did not go home. They died what they wanted to do, to protect and to serve the public. The officers here are special. They're willing to lay down their lives so a stranger may live. They and you risk so much to keep us safe. Each and every day, public safety officers exhibit courage, and it's important that we remember that each and every day. We know there are heroes fighting for us every day overseas, but there are heroes among us right now. You are the heroes of our streets, protecting and serving us every day. As first responders, you see and experience things we can't and don't even want to imagine. You are our heroes. As we pause to remember these men's lives, it is important their significance is not the way they died, but the way they lived. Their lives matter. Thank you for being here today, and thank you to the men and women in uniform for doing the work you do.
5 Tullahoma officers have given their lives in the line of duty to this community. And I would like to share their names with you, the dates that occurred and their manner of death. Chief E.C. Armstrong, end of watch December 3rd, 1934, cause of death, gunfire. Officer Charles Holt, end of watch December 3rd, 1934, cause of death, gunfire. Officer James Flippo, end of watch September 5th, 1936, cause of death, gunfire. Officer Henry Travis, end of watch September 26th, 1970, cause of death, automobile accident. Officer Clifford Riddle, end of watch October 10th, 1987, cause of death, injuries sustained in automobile accident in 1970. We'd also like to recognize Deputy Ben McCullough, Coffee County Sheriff's Department, end of watch August 10th, 1935, cause of death, gunfire. I think we all recognize by the manner in which these officers died that law enforcement is not always an easy job. These men left their families in the morning, never to return at night. Thank you, Officer Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat, you know? They do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the paint works at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back. I feel quite honored today to have on the set Jared Boney. Sorry, I was not supposed to accent the E. He is a THS graduating senior, and we're talking about project graduation.
Yes, ma'am, we are.
And you have jumped in there and put this thing together in a quick manner, and I think that's great.
It, well, I got the idea like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It really didn't start coming together till last maybe Thursday.
Well, I think that's pretty good though. It takes some time to get the people coordinated to do something like this.
Yeah.
When is project graduation?
Project graduation itself is next Friday. It's right after.
So what you're doing is raising some money to put into, is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
correct? Okay, raising some money to put into project graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And so your event is this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What is that date?
It's May 21st.
Okay, May 21st. Oh, there we go. We've got a sign up there. Good. So you just tell us about it. How much does it cost?
It's going to be $5 for entry. It's a pay as you come, but there's limited parking, so carpooling is advised.
That's a good idea for anything you do, carpool.
It's going to be at the new National Guard Armory. It's on the Manchester side of Wagner Park, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m.
6 to 9 p.m. this Thursday at the new
National Guard
Armory, which is a nice building.
It's
they have a
very
stage.
nice.
You all will be on stage, and you have 3 bands. I think that's impressive. Tell me about your band. What's the name of it?
My band's name is Urban Policy.
I like that. Where'd you get that name?
Internet.
That's a nice name, though. It sort of grabs you. You have to be creative.
out.
Yeah, and you have drummer.
I get a drummer, bassist, lead guitar, and I am the rhythm guitar and singer.
And so you're doing all, would you call it all rock music?
Rock, alternate rock.
Yeah. And
Yes, ma'am.
the other bands, who are they?
We have the Landing Strips from Coffee County. Got them to volunteer to come over and help us out. And we have Running with Scissors.
Oh, that's cute. Running with Scissors. They're from Tullahoma?
Yes, ma'am.
And your group is from Tullahoma.
Yes, ma'am.
So how long have you been playing with your group?
My group in particular, I've been playing with the guys since last semester, maybe
Well, that's okay. You don't have to have it exact, but you just happen to gel and you got the right group
Yes.
together. And are all of you seniors, or you're cross mix?
I'm a senior, the bassist is a senior, and the drummer's a senior, but our lead guitarist is a sophomore.
Oh, good. I think that anybody out there that would like to donate money that can't go, feel free, right?
Oh, feel free.
They could come up to the high school and leave a check and just say project graduation.
Yes, ma'am.
What are some of the things you hope to do for project graduation?
Do you mean at
the graduation thing, at the project? Some of the things you hope to pay for.
Well, we're hoping to pay for all the activities. Okay. We have got games and just all sorts of stuff happening. They give away necessities for college.
Well, it's a wonderful project, and we need to remember, and we need to push this home, that it's this coming Thursday at the National Guard Armory, and it's only $5 you can pay at the door. But if somebody really wanted to call and ask you questions, do you want to throw up a phone number?
You can contact me, Jared Boney, at 931-581-7753, or you can contact Tracy Gagnier at 931-581-3747.
And Tracy Gagnier is your partner in crime?
Yes.
That's putting this together?
She's one of the ladies in charge of project graduation.
Okay. And so she's helping to see this through. That room there at the National Guard Armory holds a lot of people, doesn't it?
A lot.
So bring your whole family and come and enjoy the music. And if you can't stay, we'll leave your $5. Anyway, and there'll be food.
There'll be food, hamburgers, hot dogs, concessions.
And it's going to be a fun event, so I encourage everybody to get out. Jared, thank you for being innovative and trying to help out with a great project. We'll be back.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Hello, this is Janie Price. When my husband Ray Price would tour across the country, his favorite place to dine was Cracker Barrel Old Country Store locations. His favorite thing to order was the Uncle Herschel.
And the beauty of it all is forever, you'll be holding me to.
I miss Ray dearly, and I'm so proud that his last album, Beauty Is, The Final Sessions, is available at his favorite restaurant.
A love affair to remember.
The project includes a duet with Martina McBride and harmony vocals from Vince Gill. Ray believed this to be the best recording he had ever made.
Oh, I wish I was 18 again.
I think you'll agree when you pick up your copy of Beauty Is, The Final Sessions at a Cracker Barrel Old Country Store location near you or at crackerbarrel.com.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
All right, we are out at the Kiwanis Club Grape and Grain. This is the first annual that's being held here in Tullahoma out at Wagner Park, where there's different breweries and winemakers from all around the area here, and we're going to see about having a good time. Look at here. I mean, if this isn't graping and graining, y'all, every time there's an event, I see you two enjoying yourselves. Y'all volunteer for the good stuff, don't you?
Well, if you're going to volunteer, why wouldn't you do it for the good stuff? That's right.
Let's see, what's that right there? Jambalaya?
Alligator and smoked bacon jambalaya.
Alligator and smoked bacon.
Right.
Looks good to me.
Know it.
Pair out here, eating and drinking beer at the park in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Does it get any better than that?
No, it doesn't.
All right, we're starting off here with the Jack Daniels tent, and they've got samples and different things they're doing, and we're just going to walk down the line right here. Next thing we have here is the Manchester Winery, Beans Creek. And then we have different beer brewing companies here. Here's the Highland Brewing Company right here from Asheville, North Carolina. And what you do here is you buy one of these small mugs, and you get to have samples. You go down through here and get to have samples. There's Pickers Creek right there. Look at that, another winery. You're from Lewisburg. Welcome to Tullahoma. You having fun today? Good. And then we've got Fat Bottom right there from Nashville, Tennessee. And we've got the Coes here in numbers. The police are here in uniform and out of uniform. So it's just a nice event here. There's a lot of people walking around, sampling. There's Singing River Brewing Company right there, Lawrence, Alabama. And this is Black Creek Abbey from Nashville Brewing Company. Welcome to Tullahoma, folks. So it's there's just people around, and there's the pint salesman right there. Look at him. Oh, here he is. I like that the way you got that hanging around your neck. You're not going to lose it that way, are you? There you go. Looking good. I mean, and this, as you can see, there are people roaming around everywhere, tasting the different types of beer that are coming from the different breweries. Here's Blackstone in Nashville, and here's a handcrafted brew, the Brew Works, and they're from Nashville. So There's just every kind of ale, and there's one from Huntsville right there, straight to ale. So it's a good event, and everybody's either got a glass with something in it or a glass that needs to be refilled. Fun times in Tullahoma. There's the old shed right there. There's the old shed, boys. Look at that. In control. Old shed's in control right here. Let's see, where is this superior product made? Let me get a close-up right there. Tullahoma, Tennessee. There it is. Congratulations. All right, and this is the Little Harpeth Brew Works from Nashville, Tennessee. Everybody's having a good time here in Tullahoma with their different products. Chicken Scratch, that's a great name for a product right there. Huh? I might get one in a minute. And then here's some different things about how to make the different types of beers and selecting grains and the hops and all the things you need to produce a good beer. Are you the Backwoods Boys?
We are the Backwoods Car Boys.
Car Boys, all right. And where are you from? Southern Middle Tennessee?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, welcome to Tullahoma.
We're Tullahoma, Estill Springs.
Having a good day, huh?
I live in Tullahoma.
There you go. Yeah.
So we're brewing some beer today. Right now I'm boiling the wort. We just finished mashing and extracting the sugars from the wort. Now we're boiling and added some hops, and this will sit here for 45 minutes or so, and then we'll cool it down and throw in some yeast. In a week or two, we'll have some beer.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Smells good.
Oh, it smells awesome, doesn't it?
That's wonderful.
I love the smell of wort in the morning.
There you go. That's how it happens right here in Tullahoma. Look at those two right there supporting Tullahoma Parks and Rec. Good guys. Good day down here today?
Good day. Great day.
Everything. It's always a great day in Tullahoma, isn't it, Lay?
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
All right, folks, like I told you earlier in the show, as you see that guitar neck sticking out there, we've got our buddy Travis Boland with us, rock and roll blues, the blues doctor. Now, you told me, and I hadn't seen it yet, but you told me the other day that you were going to bring me some bluesberry sauce.
I did the last time.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, okay, it's in the car.
You took it away.
It in the car.
You brought it, but you didn't leave it.
I got some for you. I got you covered.
How's that going, the bluesberry sauce?
It's going good. I mean, we sold out of that first batch. We did the official release last year at the Bell Buckle Craft Show. And they loved it, and we've been into the second order, and right now we've, my grandmother who is 76. She's working on recipes with the sauce. So we've got like 3 or 4 recipes, and we're thinking we're either going to put a cookbook together or a little pamphlet to go with the sauce. So just always
how to use it and different things you can do,
and other things that it can be used for. Because a lot of people, I've got to explain to them it's all-purpose, gourmet, sweet, savory, spicy. So anything you can think of. Yeah,
sort of like you got a little bit of heat.
yeah, a little attitude. Yeah, for sure.
Well, Travis, since you were last here, you made a trip to the West Coast, out to the NAMM show out there, and been traveling around, and looked like you got a new guitar out of the deal.
I did.
Get some endorsements out there?
Yeah, in the new year, I have an electric guitar endorsement through a company called Music Vox. They're out of New Jersey. And they had bought me a ticket to the Winter NAMM. And NAMM is held twice a year. Summer NAMM's in Nashville, Winter NAMM's in Anaheim, California.
Now tell people what NAMM means.
Basically, it's the National Association of Music Merchants. So any musical gear, anything you can think of, I dropped my pick there. Anything you can think of musically related is going to be there. And it's basically a candy store for people who are artsy in music. So I went out there and through the last year and a half, I've been able to raise almost $16,000 through my fans to cut a record and to buy equipment to press the records. And my fans even paid for most of my trip to go to California. And during the NAMM show, I was really strategic on how I was going to go about this to get these product endorsements.
Right.
And first thing I did was I went around and just scoped the place, and it's like 4 times as big as Nashville's. And saw all the stuff that I was interested in, kind of made contact with people, and then the next day I followed up with them people and gave them one of my CDs. And then the next day I had a magazine article come out of Rock and Roll Industries magazine, which is in LA, and I had to do a magazine signing. So then I went around again with all the magazines and handed those out. So there was about
selling.
Yeah.
It's all about selling.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Travis Boland. I do 200-something plus gigs a year, national TV, placement, just give them the spiel, And there's a lot of companies that I'd met there that I know things are going to continue to grow and endorsements are going to come out. But we walked away with quite a few endorsements. And my major endorsement was this here beautiful Dean guitar. And this is something I'm just very happy with.
Stuff.
I mean, they're a major brand. It's I've got a lot of other independent endorsements. This is the first major one. This is I played a Dean for about the last 4 years. The blonde one that I normally play is a Dean, and I kind of touched base with them about in the past, I wouldn't necessarily use their gear because a lot of the artists that it was associated with, but then I came to the conclusion after finding that guitar that, they have really nice gear. So I fell in love with that guitar, and I kind of talked to them before I went to California, and then I guess I just said all the right things.
Yeah, good.
And they sent me this beautiful thing, which just has a little bit more bells and whistles than my last one, and it's a thinner body, so when it plugs in, it's got a real drive, almost like a hollow body electric. And we got products from a company called Hipshot. They make all the the metal hardware for the electric guitar, so I got new tuning keys. A company called Lock Knob, they gave me some, they're knobs that lock into place. They have teeth, so you don't lose your settings. And because I'm a lefty and my electric guitar is a right-handed switch, I sometimes hit those knobs. So when I was out in California, a guy, Tony hooked me up with Lock Knobs. Yeah, so we got that, and then we're pursuing a string endorsement right now, as well as we were shooting a little B-roll I was with a clamp I got there. It's a Scorpion clamp. It's a company called Stage Ninja out of Indianapolis, and they sent me some clamps, and I'm working on some representative stuff with them.
Good.
Yeah, we got a bunch of endorsements. We met some really cool people. It was definitely a successful trip.
All right, well, what about new music?
Well, after I went to California, it kind of was just like a shock, because being in the Nashville game for the last 3 or 4 years now, and then going out there, it's like they do business a little different. The life is a little different, and I had a great time out there. But when I came back, I was just kind of like, well, what am I going to do now? So
you know, I started to take a few meetings for deals and stuff, and at the end of the day, everything costs money, you know.
Sure.
And the thing is, like, if you know how to spend it, why you need anybody else spending it? So that's basically what I've been getting from these label meetings. It's like, well, you figured something out, just continue to do it. So it's come to, you know, always down to money to market, and everything costs money. And earlier this month, in about 2 weeks before going public, we raised another $1,000 because we're getting ready to release a third studio single off the record, and went a little bit different route. The first singles, I sent out a bunch of emails, being a nobody, my first single in the business, with, you know, a 10% turnaround rate of contacting me back. And I was thinking, well, you know, what's the next thing to do on my own independently? And through the research and everything, you know, a publicist just kept coming to mind. You got to get the music out there more to radio and the public and the media. It has, you know, more listeners, more fans, more shows, more radio play, more sales.
Right.
So, you know, through organically, I kind of started messaging with this publicist in Memphis, and you know, every message that she sent me back had like lyrics to my songs in them. So I was like, she's really listening. And so I put a plan together to release the next single, See You Again, which is a song I wrote with my little brother, who's 15 now. He was 13 at the time. And of course, it was recorded at 16th Edge Studios with, you know, my good friend Nolan Neal as the producer. He was an excellent singer-songwriter and artist, producer. And I just basically put a $10,000 marketing plan together that was different than what I was doing. Because it's getting to the point now where I'm getting busy. It's like I need to hire on some help if I can afford it. I need to, you know. So we hired this publicist, Betsy Brown. She's her company's Blind Raccoon, and she's had 30 years experience, global, UK, things like that. And so she's going to work the next single. I have faith in her based on, you know, her past with Billboard.
She going to get you out of jail?
No, I don't think so. She's not going to get me. She might help me save up the bail money by selling some singles.
There you go. There you go. And the reason I say that, the cover photo on Travis's new project has got him looking through the bars of a jail cell.
And we're actually starting the music video shooting that tomorrow, and it's got a whole like jail kind of prison scene. Basically, you know, the new single is, you know, guy loses his love, kind of heartbroken, kind of life's in shambles, he ends up getting in trouble, you know, for
same old song.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just making a mistake and getting in trouble, and you know, the music video, that's going to be, I can't wait till that's finished, because it's like.
Well, what are you going to give us a little sample of something today? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for us today?
I'll do the new single.
You're going to do the new single? Well, let's hear that.
Travis Boland, ladies. This will be out June 9th, everywhere music is sold online. I've been working all day, trying to get on my pay, trying to see you again. I've been wasting my time on cheap girls and wine, trying to see you again. I've been charged for a crime, now I'm doing hard time, gonna see you again. 'Cause you know it's not easy being me. Said 20 years till I get set free. Said, will you even remember me? And how will our new life be? I've been locked in this cell, I've been riding like hell, want to see you again. Oh, this old ball and chain chain that I wear on my leg, it reminds me of you. I'll be stamping these plates, trying to plot my escape. Gonna see you again. 'Cause you know it's not easy being there. Sit 20 years till I get set free. Said, will you even remember me? And how will our new life be? Cause you know it's not easy being there. Sit 20 years till I get set free. Said, will you even remember me? And how will our new life be?
Travis Boland.
Just let you know, I did that with 5 strings because I broke one. So
yeah, you need a string.
I got it in the.
You need a string endorsement.
I'm working on it. If a guy knew how to use the internet, I'd probably have him right now.
There you go, Travis Boland. You know, can't say enough good things about you, buddy.
Or bad things.
Or no, God, well, I know you're a bad man. How can they get in? How can people get in touch with you?
You can just check out my website, travisbolin.com. That's TravisBowlin. And make sure you check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you want. Just let's
You're out there everywhere.
Meet up online.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Will you remember me?
Yeah.
Travis Boland. It's always fun, buddy. We'll be right back after these messages.
We are Goody Two Scoops.
I love Goody Two Scoops.
A family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our 2 certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
I love fighting.
Goody Two Scoops.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. I love it when Chevrolet people show up here at the studio.
Well, thank you.
Sylvia Pinson and Lorraine Sutton. Yes. And you own a nursery?
I own M&L Greenhouse in Shelbyville.
In Shelbyville. And so we're getting ready for the garden tour.
Yes, ma'am.
Who wants to talk first?
Well, it is the 2015 Shelbyville Bedford County Chamber of Beautification Committee presents the garden tour.
And you two are on that?
We are on the committee. We have 9 homes this year.
That's a lot.
It is, and it's June 6th, starting from 10 until 4.
10 until 4, and let's tell what we can about. Is it just in the gardens?
It's, well, there are a couple of homes that are going to be open that will be interesting to go through also.
Good.
I always hate to ask someone to do to open their home as well as their garden. I mean, if you can get one ready, it's pretty good, but some of these people can get both of them ready, not me.
And where does it actually start? Where's the beginning point?
They can start anywhere.
Oh, okay.
There are actually 9 different locations, and you can buy tickets at the Chamber of Commerce in Shelbyville or at M&L Greenhouse.
Okay.
Or the day of at the houses. At the houses, right.
Oh, just show up the house and they'll
give
pick
you
one of these up if you go to one of the locations.
So there.
Because the instructions on how to get there and what sort of what you're going to see is on. I notice you have several zones.
Yes, we have the Bell Buckle Zone. We have 3 homes there.
Oh,
and if you want to comment on one of the homes of the 3 that we have here.
We have one home that's in Covered Bridge Estates, and it's up on top of a hill. And it's Harold and Pat Smith's, and Harold has been an artist with Thomas Kincaid, and he has kind of done his garden from the perspective of an artist. We actually have 2 different artists that have opened their gardens and all for this. But Harold's got a wonderful waterfall that he has built permanent out of rock, and it's fantastic coming down out of the hill. And then Jean Hill down at the Flat Creek in the Zone 4 is also an artist, and she has just different theme gardens throughout her yard.
I admire people that do that.
Oh, and she also has a bottle chapel. She has built a chapel. She has built an outdoor open-air chapel out of wine bottles and liquor bottles that are concreted together. I mean, it's something
that's
you can
amazing. That's an art piece in itself.
It is fantastic that she has done this, and it's open for us to see that day also.
What a wonderful! And she's in Flat Creek.
She's in Flat Creek.
And so that. If you happen to live in the Flat Creek area, that's a perfect place
you can
to start.
Start there.
Right.
So I think that maybe each zone would have, you could start anywhere you wanted to.
Correct.
Exactly.
But we're encouraging people to buy their tickets.
How many years have you been doing this? It doesn't matter.
This is about 10 years.
So it's obviously been successful.
It's been successful.
And you can go to the Chamber of Commerce, and the tickets are only $10. Is that,
yes,
did
correct.
I read that?
$10.
That's a good deal. And does the money go to something special?
We use it for the beautification projects of the beautification committee. We've done different things. We put a fence around one of the city cemetery as one thing that we've done. We've just done different things. We restored some benches in town.
Is this an all-volunteer organization?
Yes, it is. All volunteers.
And are you looking for volunteers ever?
Of course,
Always.
always.
So,
Anytime.
so if anybody wanted to volunteer, could they check in at the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes.
Or they could
Probably.
call.
Or they could call
and,
either one of you.
and then we'll get one of the committees. We meet monthly.
So how big is your group right now?
About 8 or 9.
Yeah, so you'll be welcoming other people.
Oh, other people that has a love for beautification of our town and our community.
It totally makes a difference
Oh,
in
yes,
the
ma'am.
ambiance of the town.
Oh, it does.
When people drive in and they see things that you have done.
Right.
And I think it's a wonderful project. I
Right,
really
we have
do.
done,
Did we show the poster already? I don't know if
yes.
did she show it? Okay.
Yes.
I noticed there's our state flowers.
Correct.
And I wasn't sure what that was. They're not looking at it, so it doesn't
Okay,
matter.
right.
That's just in my mind.
Right.
Other zones is the downtown Shelbyville.
Okay.
A group our town has put together, a community park.
That's wonderful.
And it is on the east side of the square. And also we have Hoodlum Alley. Mr. Doobie is opening up her antique cars.
Yeah.
While through the town that day they can stop.
That'll be
and
part
you
of
can
the deal.
travel on out like you're going to Unionville, Tennessee, into a home that is on the west side of Shelbyville. And then we have a beautiful, unique home that is showcasing grandfathers on War Trace area. So we're circling downtown. When they get the directions, it's all based off of downtown Court Square, north, south, east, and west.
And so it looks to me like a very wide variety and a cross-section of the entire county, almost.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing that we have so many different homes that
I know,
will
and it's a
open their
blessing that
homes.
people will go out there and clean up their gardens so that people can come and tromp through.
Right.
Well, you know, really, people are really respectful.
I know they are. I know they are.
And cameras are snapping all the time. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can do that. And that's what.
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
that's what.
It's a creative process, and people that love the land and love plants.
Right. And we've got a good
enjoy doing
diversity
it,
of shade gardens
What was the date
and
again?
sun gardens.
June 6th. That's not very far down the road. Is that Saturday?
Saturday, 2
June
weeks.
6th, 2 weeks.
10 to 4.
10 to 4. And so go by the Chamber of Commerce if you happen to be in Shelbyville and pick up one of these. Or the day of, you can pick up this early if you go to the Chamber of Commerce, but the day of, I would assume the people's houses that are open or their yards.
And they will
have
not
these.
let you come in until
that day.
The committees are there posted up to let people tour.
And that's as it should be. But it looks like you have some wonderful people that have volunteered to let
We're
their
very
gardens be
honored
shown.
with our host gardeners.
Right.
And
we supply hostesses at the gardens or hosts at the gardens.
So you can ask questions and find out what kind of plants they are.
The garden
I think
clubs.
that's. Do you find that most people's gardens are do they come up every year? You call that an annual?
Perennial.
Perennial.
I'm not.
There's a good diversity of perennial gardens as well as annuals plugged in. I do a lot of design work with perennial gardens, and I tell people always leave a pocket to put in some annuals, because annuals will give you constant color all summer. They've got 1 year to put on a show. Perennials are going to bloom for a little while, and then something else has got to take its place, and it's got to be a sequence of colors. So
That's
leave
the
a
beauty
few
of what you do.
pockets.
That is the beauty of what you do. I lived in London, England. We had a garden like that. That's why I love the house I lived in. It was fairly small, but the garden was awesome. And every day it seemed something new was coming up. And the tall ones were in back, and the short. It was so coordinated. And
That's
I
an
admire
art.
that.
It is an art form of
It is.
beautification.
I love the fact that you all do that, and I'm hoping that maybe 1 or 2 people will get interested and come in and join your club.
Oh, that would be good.
You know, just going and seeing what they learn, because you obviously love it because you do it.
Oh yes.
Well, girls, any last minute word? June 6th.
June 6th, tickets are on sale. Just call 684-3482. Our Chamber of Commerce, Shelbyville Chamber of Commerce.
Well,
they'll be glad
Lorraine,
to
it
see
was
Or
great
Nice to meet
stop
you.
by the M&L.
M&L,
She has
right.
tickets.
Sylvia, it's always
Sylvia,
great
thank
seeing
you.
you again.
Thank you.
You bet.
And
Thank you.
we'll be back with other interesting things.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Sound like fun.
All right. Travis Boland's Bluesberry Sauce. Right there it
I
is.
was about to think that was something more lethal, but that looks good.
It's
doesn't
probably
it?
lethal. it's blueberries and cayenne peppers.
Rhythm and blueberries.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it.
Yeah, Captain Rodney. Captain Rodney
interesting to taste
does that.
And where they sell it?
Sell it at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse,
Oh,
and I
look at
guess
that.
you can go online. Travis probably sells it online. Let me turn that thing. There you go.
Well, it's a good large.
It's a jug.
It's a jug.
We're gonna crack that open here after a while and see just exactly what
See
it
what
does.
It's like, yeah.
But you know, we always appreciate Travis being on here with
I
us,
love
and
hearing Travis. Travis is a unique sound.
he really is.
It's different. He should have been down there, born in New Orleans or somewhere.
He probably was at one
Yeah.
time through.
He does. He has his own special sound.
You know, I went, the lady who was on here with Sylvia, what was her name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine. I went over to her, Candy and I went over to her greenhouse
Did you find some wonderful
in Shelbyville. And their family's been doing that for years and years and years. And she is just it's a family-owned, family-operated type deal. And they were just wonderful. And their plants are very, very vibrant and healthy. And she's a nice lady. She's a really nice lady.
I have to have somebody come and make my yard look like that. Like those beautiful things.
Thank David Letterman. Tonight is the last night, isn't it? Tomorrow night, David Letterman.
Oh.
Thank you for years and years of insanity. You're the man. No doubt. You are the man. David Letterman and Jim Fuller.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, Peggy and I are out of here, folks. Thanks for watching. Watch all the rest of the stuff we do here on Channel 6 on 193. Go to our website, www.channel6thelink.com, and see all of this stuff again. Anytime you want to. It's like pay-per-view, except it doesn't cost you anything.
There you go.
That's don't pay for view. We're out. See ya.